If I could tell myself one thing as a business owner 5 years ago, it would be this: focus on building your audience. Because if you do not build an audience, you will have no influence, no customers, no business. No motion equals no money. Let that sink in. You probably clicked this video because you're in the same position that I'm in. You've got great products, but nobody knows you. You've got great services, but nobody knows you. You want to launch and sell immediately, but nobody knows you. So this is the problem that I am now having to engineer a solution very quickly, because I've built very powerful tools for business operators like yourself, creators like yourself, but I don't have a large audience. Now I'm having to engineer the audience to serve the product to, which is the wrong way around about doing things. And this is why a lot of operators and business owners just quit, because they're just like, oh, this is too hard. It's not working. YouTube doesn't work. It does work, but it takes time. And the time piece, you just cannot actually fast forward. So I'm here thinking, I've just done a video on my diary channel. I've done a live stream on YouTube webinar. I attempted TikTok and actually just canceled that because I was like, this is a waste of my time. I do not like that platform at all. And now I'm doing a video on my main channel. And I'm thinking, bro, you just literally did the opposite of what you should have done. You built a stellar product, but you don't have an audience. Even the 12,000 people almost that I've got on TikTok, it's finance niche, but that's not the audience. The audience should have been on YouTube specifically. So I'm now treating YouTube as a game. I am now in a race to see which insight, which interest, which niche is going to give me the audience that I need to sell the products and give me influence in the marketplace first. So I currently have, I think it's 1, 2, 3. I have 4 channels in operation at this moment in time. And the only reason I can do 4 channels with 4 videos minimum per day, or at least 3 per day, because one channel is brand new, literally started that today. The only way I can do that is by having a system. And that's probably the best thing I can say about not having an audience, is at least I have a system that allows me to create more content than the average human being. So I can now put myself in the 1% of creators because I'm making more content than them. So over time, that's going to compound. And the same can happen for you as a business owner or operator or YouTube strategist. It is going to compound, and then people are going to be like, oh, I know this Santino guy. He always pops up, yellow font, blonde hair, black guy. Yeah, I know him, right? Rocking his own brand watch. Yeah, okay, I get him. The guy who yaps about first party all the time. Yeah, I know who that is. That's the point that you want to get to as a business owner. You want to get to the point where people know who you are. If they don't know who you are, they are not going to purchase. They're not going to show up to the stream. They're not going to come to your events. They're not going to sign up to your newsletter or email list. No motion equals no money. So you can make all the fancy products you want, but if you don't have an audience, how is anyone going to know that you exist? This is what I said in my previous video. Let me read the title. This is why you're still not making money. Brand is everything. I got it all wrong. Brand is everything. Because I got it all wrong. And you probably got it all wrong too. That's why you're kicking yourself, because you're like, oh man, I've got a great product, but my brand sucks. Therefore, your product sucks because no one knows it exists. And it's the hard pill to swallow as an entrepreneur and creator, because there's no like undo button. You just now have to just build an audience from scratch pretty much. And that's the one thing I wish I told myself 5 years ago. Just document exactly what you're doing. And I was doing a lot of content, which I could probably, pull from the archives and maybe make something which might be useful on this channel, just to show you guys, what I was going through in COVID, or the Instagram, marathon streams that I was doing. I think I do have a lot of that content. But the point is, it's not in a streamlined way for anybody to, you know, engage in or, you know, ingest into their mind, right? They cannot consume it. You have to make it easy for them to consume it. They have to know, okay, this is the guy or the gal, and this is what they do. And the only way you can do that, if you've done what I did, which is product first, and then now you're trying to build brand, that's the wrong way to do it. But the only thing you can do at this point is use a system to give you the time to create obscene amounts of content so you can speed up the process. Because I always believe that there is another way. I do believe that you can not hack, I'm not looking for hacks, but you can do some different science to get the same result that you're aiming for. So in this case, my thing is, okay, well, I can just do more volume, because if I do 4 or 5 videos a day and everybody else in the space is doing 1 a week, 2 a week, 3 a week, 1 a month, right? I'm clearly going to beat them in terms of volume. So eventually I'm going to keep showing up. And whoever subscribed, whoever comes across my page, whoever's looking for business content, business, YouTube, I'm putting that now for the transcript, business content, business YouTubers, operators, right? People are going to find me first, like what the brand did a few days ago. Will anything come of that brand deal? Who knows? But the fact that I had a video with 2 views and I still got a booked call shows you that, one, my system works, which is first party, the full engine for any business we're looking to grow on YouTube. And I'm not even going to now say, oh, let me show you this. I'm just going to like let you decide if that's worth your time. Based on the video that you've seen, you can then go decide if you should literally go and click one of my videos. That's what you should do. But I'm not going to tell you to go do that because you're smart enough to click the links in the description. What I've done the product first, which is pretty stacked. We got live streaming and a bunch of other stuff, which you can go see the last webinar on my live channel, okay, here. But I'm not going to now tell you that. I'm just going to focus on my insights from a business and operator perspective, because I believe that would be more valuable to you. I'm more interested in this content and explaining to you, hey, look, I don't have any motion, just like you, but I have a system which allows me to make 4 videos a day, which is probably why I'm going to bump this up to on the main channel, because I believe that's what's necessary. And volume most of the time negates like reach and quality and all of that stuff, because it's just like, well, I got more videos than you, so what are we saying? If I even cold outreached a client and said, hey, look, we've got 500 videos on this subject. We've built software that can help you run your whole YouTube enterprise. Are you interested? Do you want to book a call? Have you considered going on YouTube? I would still feel confident doing that, which is probably where my focus is going to be, building the features in first party, but then also, you know, reaching out to clients potentially and say, hey, look, would you be interested in our software? But at least I can do that with a volume perspective is what I'm getting at. And again, you might have made that mistake like I did, which if you are coming across this video and you're thinking, oh, maybe that's me, I've just been focusing on product, then this is the time. This is the wake-up call. This is where you need to now focus purely on content first, because you can build the best product. But unless you're documenting and doing them both simultaneously, that's probably a better way, which is kind of what I've been doing with this channel over the past year, or 2 years nearly. But I had a big gap, and I'll just be very transparent with you. I have been busy in that time. I've been building, but again, I've been building. I've not been building the audience, because if the audience was there, I could just bang, drop first party and have, you know, X amount of downloads. Now I have to do obscene amounts of content in order to not beat the algorithm, but get to a point where I've found my flow state of topics in terms of thumbnails, in terms of just the algorithm, YouTube picking up my videos. I've got to find that flow again. And that is the price that you have to pay. Now, I've looked at different platforms, but I'm betting that YouTube will give me the best results over a long period of time. And I study YouTube every single day. So it is unreasonable for me not to become successful and get my plaque, multiple plaques, multiple channel plaques, because I'm going to do the work that no one else is prepared to do. Okay. Many creators are not going to do 3 posts on 3 different channels or 3 posts on one channel every single day, refining their message, refining their style, right? I'm not editing because I'm just going into the flow state to show you that I know what I'm talking about. I know the mistake I made, which was not building my audience first. Now I've recognized that mistake. I am going to fix it. I fixed the software, so I'm chilling. If you click any link in my description, it'll come to me. If you book a call, it will come to me. I'll get a notification. I'll know exactly what's going on. So I don't have to think about that. You might not have that luxury. You might still be using Google Sheets and type forms and vibe coding and doing all this crazy stuff to try and get some results. The thing I know for sure is that having a system, having an engine that powers everything that you're doing on the internet makes your life easier as a content creator. You don't have burnout. You don't get stressed out. You don't have anxiety because you have a system. That's what I've built with my software. So I will stand by that. And the result of that building will show in the amount of content that you will see from this channel. So if you see me pop up on your YouTube algorithm feed every single day, 3, 4, 5 times, maybe a live stream, if you just see red next to my name, live, or this guy again, he was just live this morning. Yeah, because that's what it takes, bro. It's not going to be a very easy pathway to the plaque, especially when you're doing educational content. Now I can yap about all the features and how we beat Spotify and Calendly and Beehive and Shopify and all that. I've got all their features inside of mine because I wanted it for myself and for my users. But that doesn't serve you because you don't know who I am. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like I can yap about that and how great my product is, but no one knows who you are, bro. So you're probably better having like some crash out video where it's just black man crashes out on YouTube. That will probably get the attention, and then people flood in, and then they're like, oh, this is what he does. Cool. I didn't even know this guy existed. And he's got a great product. That's how it works. But it isn't, let me show you all the features and then you magically get a bunch of users. It doesn't work like that. Content does not work like that. I've seen it on other channels where I've done millions of views. It didn't work like that. It wasn't like product first, it was audience. I put out content and built an audience, and then I got more engagement, thousands of comments, millions and millions of views. So I just have to think of the things that actually brought me success before. It's always different because with a business educational channel, it always is like, oh, I need to, show my authority. And it's like, look, at the end of the day, bro, people don't think you're Alex Hormozy. You're a black guy on YouTube talking about software and business, and I don't know your face, I don't know your name, I don't like you, I don't trust you. This is what people are thinking in their mind. You got 40 subscribers, why should I listen to you? And they're right. Why should they listen to me? However, I still believe I have something of value to share, teach, preach, and help people from a technical standpoint and also from a experience standpoint. So I'm still going to do the videos anyway, but the point I'm making is people don't know who I am. So why would they click? Why would they click and book a call for me to show software from some guy they don't know? That's why I've done one video on the channel where I just do a deep dive. You can go watch that if you want. But as I said, you're going to see me pop up on your feed, and I'm going to explain to you why. It's because I have a system. The system of content is fixed. That's where I actually spent my time. So now I have to spend my time doing content primarily and prove that the system allows me to make this obscene amount of content. Now, you might be in a position where you're like, oh, I don't have enough time. You have to make time. You might be in a position where you're like, oh, I don't have enough ideas. Well, you don't have a system. That's why. You can't generate this amount of content As I said, I just done a whole hour live stream on YouTube. I think it was a 50-minute on my diary channel. I done an 8-minute video on my secret project channel. And now I'm doing this video, which is close to 50 minutes already on this main channel. Business yapping, that's what this is, okay? But the point I'm making is that is the price I must pay, and that is the price you must pay if you don't have an audience, because now you're going to expect to get sales from your product or service, but nobody knows who you are. Cold outreach, which is what people will tell you to do, that takes time. That takes time. You have to customize messages. You can't just send a generic, hey, let me fix your thumbnails. I help people grow on YouTube. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your thumbnail design because I don't know you. And the people who are known are not known for that. do you get what I'm trying to say here? It's like really what I'm trying to drill into your head, business person or YouTube operator. You must get the audience first. Do something great, absolutely. But get the audience. Now, I'm going to yap like this because I've actually built things. So I don't have to worry about whether you like me or not, because the things I've built are going to propel me forward regardless. However, you need to have an audience first. If you do not have an audience, your business is very fragile. You have no moat. If you have a email list, which first party helps you collect, you will then begin to build a moat. You actually have tangible value with that audience list. That's why I say in every video, my newsletter, subscribe to me, DM me, or book a call. That's all you got to do. That's all I'm interested in. Connect with me. Let's chat. Subscribe to my newsletter. I'll give you game and strategy insights that I'm seeing. And the third one, book a call, and you can maybe get the software. That's it. And then it's rinse and repeat of content. Not repeat, but rinse and repeat the process of making content. I'm going on my diary channel, log my thoughts. I go on the business channel. I maybe share some insights. I may do a case study. I might just yap. I might give you some game in the flow state, which is what I prefer, right? Or I might go on the secret channel and then upload there and just test what's going on there, which I can do now. Let's have a quick look here. All right, this is probably going to hurt retention, yada, 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 but I'm going to look real quick. See, I've already got more views and a subscriber on this new secret channel that I just started today, haven't told anyone about, than what I'm getting on this channel. And that's because I understand how this works. I put content of the niche that people actually want to watch and view. If they like that interest or that thing of interest, they're going to watch and subscribe. It's up to them if they subscribe. You don't have to tell them subscribe. I did say at the end of the video, but I'd give them all the 8 minutes of value. Here, I'm going to tell you, subscribe if you're a business owner who wants to actually fix your systems, because I can help you with that. Why? Because I've got the software tools to do so. That's it. Don't subscribe if you don't want to fix those things. Don't book a call if you don't want to fix those things. Don't subscribe to my newsletter if you don't want to get any new insights and game from someone that you don't know. And I get it. You don't know me. You don't like me. You don't trust me. Never heard of me. My trust score is 1,100 minutes. That's nothing. I'm trying to get 10,000 hours worth of this content on this channel specifically, not across channels, which is what people say. This channel, 10,000 hours of content on business, SaaS, and internet capitalism, because that is what I have studied for the longest part. So I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to speak any other kind of way. I'm going to speak the way that makes sense to me and how I understand certain things. And I can be jumping between different subjects because I will say I've put in the work. If you see first party, which you watched the video, which is evolved since then, we've already launched digital product store. You can stream on YouTube, Kick, you got calendar booking, VSL funnels, email campaigns, audience analytics. You can import your old subscriber list and bring them into first party, right? You got link tracking and attribution. You can see where all your links are, what they're doing, clicks, revenue, conversions. All of that is in this platform. You know why? Because the clients I was serving previously, this is what I was managing for them. And they didn't have these systems. So because they didn't have these systems, I had to build them. And now I've built them, I'm now using them. I've refined them, I've made them better. I've taken insights from my study of the marketplace, and I've provided these things as tools that you can win with. But the fact of the matter is, you don't know who I am. So I have to do an obscene amount of videos, which is what you're going to see on this channel. End of video.